This is obviously my first video, so I'm kind of just really excited to get into this whole YouTube thing. I know I've had quite a few people just in my daily life ask me a lot of questions about spirituality and the universe and just witchcraft. I am a practicing white witch, so I'm kind of excited to just talk about things like this on this channel. I'll be talking anywhere from manifestation and the law of attraction and just having mindfulness in your everyday life, all the way to spell crafting and the Book of Shadows and different divination techniques like tarot, which is my personal favorite. That's what this video will definitely be about, is just the Zodiac themes for this next coming week, which is the week of August 18th, 2019. So I'm really excited to start this journey with you guys, and let's get to the video. Alright, so the way that I do all of my Zodiac readings will start at the very top of the chronological calendar of the Zodiac. So we'll start with Aries. From that point, we'll go to Taurus, then Gemini, then Cancer, then Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. So we'll move chronologically through that calendar. I do just want to let you know that this is a general reading. This won't resonate with everybody just because there are so many planetary aspects in everybody's birth chart that it'll be just different for everybody. But if this does resonate with you, please leave a comment below. I'm really excited to just hear all of your feedback. So we'll just start with Aries. Now the cards that we pulled for Aries today would be the Devil. I think this is such a cool card. Oh, and the deck that I'm using is the Mystic Mondays deck. And then we also pulled the Two of Swords. So the Devil card definitely represents this fear or this addiction, just this kind of negative entity that's in your life that's kind of blocking you from moving forward. Now, as you can see, there's this staircase that kind of just leads to nowhere. It's just blocking you from moving forward. You just kind of feel trapped. It's just really negative. So it's just kind of something that's keeping you stuck. You're enslaved. The Two of Swords also represents this avoiding the problem due to indecision. So again, you're just avoiding taking care of this issue that the Devil card is bringing because you're indecisive about where you want to go, which path you want to take. So it's really just important this week that you sit down and you find the intentions within you on where you actually want to go and how you can remove these blocks, remove these fears or these addictions that you're feeling and that you're moving through. That way you can kind of just continue to progress forward instead of just being stopped at this roadblock. So that's my Aries. Right, next we have Taurus. So the cards that we pulled for Taurus is going to be the Star card. And then we also have the Seven of Cups reversed. So the Star card, this is what I like to call the lucky star. This is a very good card. It means that there's going to be a lot of healing and serenity and just luck coming your way. You're going to be able to start manifesting things. Things are going to start going right. You're just going to feel really at peace with yourself. However, with the Seven of Cups that we have here, it's reversed. So it essentially means that you're kind of slipping into this delusional escapism. You're using your imagination to escape the reality that your life is. That way you can avoid the messy parts of healing. There's this piece of you that you really need to be able to heal, and you're avoiding doing that because it can be painful. It can be really hard. It can be really messy. It's a very long process. However, as you start to release those emotional blockages and you start to kind of face those fears and you start to connect with that side of you that's going to help heal those wounds, you'll start to be able, again, tap into this lucky star energy. It'll bring this amazing sense of healing and you'll feel so much lighter. It's going to bring you peace and serenity, and you're going to be able to just sit well with your life. So with this week, really notice those trends of the pieces of you that are broken, that you're avoiding healing, that you're kind of pretending doesn't exist or isn't happening, and really just dive into that healing process so you can start kind of just feeling more at peace with your life. All right, my Gemini babies. Again, from the intro of this video, you guys know I am a Gemini. I love my Gemini tribe. You guys are absolutely fantastic. I do love all the other Zodiacs too, but I just have a special place in my heart for all you Geminis. So the cards that we pulled is going to be the Hierophant reversed, and then we pulled the Sun card. It's a really pretty sun card in my opinion. However, the Hierophant reverse, even though it's a reverse card, it actually is a very good card. It represents you're breaking out of those social norms. You're kind of, Gemini has this idea, people think that Geminis have to be two-faced to try and just fit in with this world, but according to this card in this reading this week, you're going to be breaking free of those social norms. You're going to be battling those confinements, and you're going to be finding ways to just become your own unique self. And then as we look at the Sun card, this is a very optimistic card. It brings lots of blessings, lots of happiness, and essentially what this is saying is that the universe has your back. As you're going down your own road and your own path, the universe is blessing you along that path because you're aligning with yourself and you're finding that you're more in tune with your higher self. So your own path that you're following is the correct path to be going down, and the universe is blessing you as you go down that path. So it's really exciting. I'm really excited that these were the cards that were pulled for Gemini today. So all right, my Cancers, I also have a very special place in my heart for Cancers. My best friend is a Cancer, which is super fantastic. I love all you little emotional beings. And the cards that we pulled for you and the themes that you'll be seeing this week for the week of August 18th is the Ten of Swords, and then we also have the Nine of Wands. Now, the Ten of Swords, as you can see, she's kind of just stabbed in the back with 10 different swords. You're feeling this kind of betrayal this week, or you're kind of just feeling like you've been backstabbed. It's a pretty literal card. You're feeling like you've just kind of been betrayed and you're just stabbed in the back and you don't know where to go with that. However, the Nine of Wands represents that this is essentially your last trial, your last setback before you start hitting that goal that you had made for yourself. You can see that finish line right ahead of you. So essentially what this is saying is you might experience something this week that is going to feel like a setback. It's going to hurt your feelings. It's going to feel like a betrayal, or like you've been stabbed in the back by somebody. However, the Nine of Wands suggests that you need to persist and help and just keep healing those parts of yourself because your finish line is almost there. You're so close. You can see it. So just keep going and you'll make it. I promise you'll make it. As bleak and as dim as things can seem sometimes, especially when you're facing obstacles in your life, the Nine of Wands is a really good card and you're almost there, so just keep pushing. All right, now we're moving on to Leo. So Leo, you have the Hanged Woman. It's usually the Hanged Man, but I love that in this deck they make it a woman. So it's the Hanged Woman reversed, and then you have also pulled the Princess of Wands. So the Hanged Woman reversed essentially means that you're kind of just avoiding self-care. You're avoiding taking care of yourself, and you're sacrificing so much of yourself to take care of other people, and you're kind of just putting off the necessities that you need to be surviving and to be taken care of and to be happy. And so as you're putting that off, you're kind of just losing parts of yourself. You're losing pieces of yourself. You're giving up on your dreams and you're putting those off for a later date. As we pull the Princess of Wands, as you can see, the colors are really just vibrant. And essentially what she suggests is that at this time, stop sacrificing so much of yourself for other people. It's time for you to chase your dreams in a colorful and vibrant and exciting way, and to go after everything that you want instead of putting that on the back burner while you wait for other people to receive what they want and while you help other people build up their dreams. It's time for you to take this moment to actually go after your dreams, to go out and do what you want to do. So stop sacrificing so much of yourself for other people and start doing everything that you want to do, and you'll start to find that peace within your life. All right, so next we have Virgos, and I also really have a special place in my heart for Virgos. My sister is a Virgo, so I love all you Virgos. The first card that we pulled is going to be the Ace of Pentacles. The second card is the Queen of Cups reversed. And the third card, we have the Ace of Swords. Lots of aces this time. So looking at the Ace of Pentacles, essentially what this means is you're bringing in prosperity and abundance to your life, or you could be. So this week, the kind of theme going along with this is there's this potential for abundance and prosperity However, when we look at the Queen of Cups reverse, essentially what this means is you're not feeling spiritually fulfilled. You're feeling like there's something missing in your life, and that's why you're not able to achieve this peace and abundance and prosperity, because you're just kind of feeling empty, and you're just over emotional, and you're lashing out at things that you shouldn't be lashing out at, and you're just really feeling like you're missing something. So then as we look at the Ace of Swords in conjunction with this represents clarity and a breakthrough. You're going to be able to just find what it is that's kind of holding you back and help heal that. You're going to find something that's going to make you feel more spiritually fulfilled, so that you don't feel so empty, so that you can bring on these manifestations of abundance and prosperity. So essentially what the Ace of Swords is telling you to just cut the crap. Cut through the crap, decide what it is that's working for you, what isn't working for you. Look for something new in your life that's going to bring you that fulfillment, and this week you'll have opportunities to do that, so that you can find that abundance and that prosperity. So again, cut the crap. Alrighty, so the next one that we have is Libras. Libras, you guys are also an air sign, and I love you very dearly. There's not very many Libras that I've found in my day that I don't really get along with, so this was a really interesting card pull for you guys. I'm really excited to show you. First card that we have is the World card. I personally think this is probably one of my favorite World cards in any deck that I've ever actually looked at. And then the next one we have is the King of Cups reversed. Now this is a really exciting read for you. So the World essentially represents unity. It represents completion. You're finally just kind of closing the book on this chapter of your life, and you're moving forward. Now the King of Cups kind of tells us what chapter that is. The King of Cups reverse represents a very toxic, emotionally abusive relationship in your life, or just toxic behaviors and patterns that were just causing you to be stuck and just really emotionally traumatized. So as we see them in conjunction with each other, the World represents that you are completing that chapter. You are closing that chapter of your life. You're releasing that emotional abuse. You're releasing those negative traits and attributes. You're releasing that part of your life, and you're moving forward on to bigger and better things. So I'm really excited to see that these were the cards that were pulled for you guys today. And I bless you on this journey as you kind of find yourself, you find more out about yourself, and as you start living a little bit healthier. So this week, that's kind of the theme that's coming in. Just watch for that. Start releasing those toxic attributes, those toxic traits. If you know somebody that's in your life that's really just toxic towards you and is just causing emotional turmoil in your life, release them. Let them go. They are no longer serving you, and move forward with your life. Alright, so next we have Scorpio. Scorpio, we pulled the Nine of Cups reversed, and then we also pulled the Five of Wands. Now, the Nine of Cups reversed essentially means that you are facing unrealistic expectations. You have unrealistic expectations of yourself, and you're really just impatient with the way things are going. You have this big plan for everything and where you want to go, and you're just kind of being really impatient on how it's going, because it's really not working out the best for you. Five of Wands essentially represents a type of competition. Now, competition, a little bit of competition was never bad for anybody. You may be considered a rival to some people. However, the competition will push you forward. It'll push you to kind of do better in whatever field you're finding yourself in. The Five of Wands also kind of just represents that there's just a lot of opinions coming your way, and you're just kind of blocking out those opinions. You're refusing to listen to what the advice that other people are trying to give you in these instances. So with these cards in conjunction, the word that I've been getting during my meditations for you this week has been focus on listening. Really listen this week, and listen to the opinions that other people are giving you. Now, not all of them will be the best opinions, but listen to what they have to say. Pull what is actually useful and meaningful from each of the opinions, and kind of sit down and just see where you can go and how you can improve from these kinds of opinions, and that will help you to kind of combat that impatience and help kind of springboard you forward in whatever goal you're trying to achieve in your life. So really just listen this week. Alright, so next we have our Sagittarius friends. We pulled the Six of Swords reversed, and then we also pulled the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Now, both of these cards in conjunction is just very confirming to the meanings of both. The Six of Swords essentially represents that you are continuously sabotaging yourself because you have this type of emotional baggage that you just cannot let go of. And every time you try and take a step forward, you end up self-sabotaging yourself and taking 5 steps back because you just cannot release this baggage and this pain that you continue to hold on to. The Nine of Pentacles reversed also represents a type of self-sabotage. You feel like you kind of have to have the best of everything. You feel like you have to be the best in everything. And as you are continuously striving for the best and being the flashiest and showing off the most and having the most money or pretending like you have the most money, you continue to sabotage yourself. So this week you'll notice the theme is going to be you recognizing these trends of self-sabotage throughout the week. And as you start to recognize what it is that you're doing that's setting yourself back, write it down, release it, let it go, and move forward. Start working on those pieces of yourself, start healing those pieces of yourself so that you can start taking continuous steps forward instead of 1 step forward, 5 steps back. Alright, so this is for my Capricorn friends, and we pulled the Nine of Swords this week, along with the King of Pentacles. Now, the Nine of Swords essentially represents you being very distressed and worried and anxious, and you're just feeling all these types of emotions that aren't aligning with your higher self. All these very low vibration emotions. And part of that is due to this King of Pentacles reverse that we're seeing that represents kind of this closed-minded attitude, this very arrogant and egotistical attitude, this kind of I'm better than you attitude, which is causing you to feel this anxiety and distress. And everybody in their life goes through a moment or a period of time where they are very egotistical and they're very arrogant, and the ego gets in the way of a lot of things. I know when I was about 15 and I was just starting high school, I was very much that way. I've definitely grown out of it, thankfully, but recognizing those trends is very important in your life. It kind of comes in waves. So this week you'll start to notice these trends of how this egotistical and arrogant and closed-minded attitude that you're carrying with you is causing you all of these mental issues with anxiety and depression and distress and just sadness. So as you recognize that kind of attitude in your life, release that and let that go as well. Pinpoint those attitudes, and as maybe you think an arrogant thought or you think an egotistical thought, catch yourself doing it and then trade it for a positive thought or a nice thought or a complimenting thought. Now I know it won't be very easy at first. I had to do this myself as well, and it does take a while to train your brain, but once you start doing it, the easier it becomes, and then soon you'll find yourself not even thinking thoughts like that, and you're just already rerouted to this point in your life where you're automatically thinking positive thoughts, which will then help you to manifest your desires and bigger things into your life, and your life will just kind of be filled with more peace and serenity. So definitely try and pinpoint this week those themes where you're finding yourself in this egotistical attitude and this arrogant attitude where this ego of yours is starting to take over, and switch it around. Alright, so next we have our Aquarius friends. You guys are also an air sign, so people that I'm supposed to get along with, which is super exciting. I do love all my air signs. So this week we pulled the Queen of Pentacles, and then we also pulled the Four of Wands. Now the Queen of Pentacles represents Mother Earth and the love and support and sustenance that she is giving you, in conjunction with the Four of Wands, which represents your foundation and your home life. It essentially is saying that the theme this week for you is you're going to find yourself at home a lot. But as you find yourself at home, you're going to find yourself being grounded and just really enjoying the love and the support that Mother Earth is offering you. You're going to feel very safe and secure and just content being in this homebody kind of state of mind this week. So definitely don't push yourself to go out and do things. It's okay to sit home. It's okay to be alone. It's okay to enjoy the foundation that you have built for yourself, and that Mother Earth has kind of given you as well. So just kind of sit for a little bit and just relish in that, because this is for you. This foundation is for you. You build this yourself. So just kind of be excited about that and sit with it and ground yourself there for a little bit. And lastly, we have Pisces. I do love you Pisces as well. A lot of the cards I've been pulling for you lately have been relatively the same, but we pulled the Empress this week along with the Eight of Cups. Very similar meaning to what I did on Facebook Live last week for you guys, but essentially the Empress represents connecting to your divine feminine. Now, everybody inside themselves has that yin and yang duality between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And sometimes it's easier for women to tap into their divine feminine, but not so much their divine masculine, and vice versa for men. However, this week it is asking you to tap into that divine feminine in conjunction with the Eight of Cups, which essentially represents looking inward to find your answers. You're going to find this deeper meaning and this deeper purpose inside yourself as you connect to that divine feminine, and as you sit with yourself and you ground yourself and you really look inward at what it is that you want and the intentions that you're striving for. You're going to find your answers. You're going to find your happiness. And so definitely just kind of this week, look inside yourself, tap into the more feminine side of yourself. Let Mother Nature and the mothering vibrations and spirits kind of help you out in situations like this and help them guide you along your path as you kind of go forward. So definitely this deeper purpose is coming to you, just kind of like how we talked about last week on that Facebook Live. Deeper purpose is coming to you. So definitely listen to your intuition, trust your intuition, look inside yourself, and you will find it. All right, everybody, so that is the Zodiac reading for the week of August 18th. I really, like I said, do hope that this resonated with some of you. If it did, please leave a comment down below. I definitely will keep doing these, hopefully every week, every Sunday, so that you guys kind of have a roadmap for the way that things to look for within the week. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I'm excited to just kind of continue doing this with you, and we'll see you on my next video. You guys have a lovely rest of your Sunday.